So hola. I'm not gonna speak Spanish. On a short note, through my 41st gate in line, I forget, 2 maybe. The plot is the 41st gate is a gateway, is a opening gate, is a gateway drug to whatever frequency you're opening. That might be selling, that might be not selling, that might be whatever, friends, wisdom, nightmares. So love, even yeah. So the plot is, if in nowadays culture, which is pretty modern, runaway time, emotional runaway, emotional neglect, and emotional uncertainty, unclarity, and not thoroughly processing most of the emotions that are there. So let me be your gateway drug here. Because today I've noticed I was in a penta, which, wow, for me that's a big, massive new development, to be a gateway drug to respect and to proper not mind fuckiness, and all people involved were kind of difficulted, of course, by me, because it's not something that that's always nice when you confront some emotions. So that's just that. And what else did I want to say? Yeah, the proper thing to do with solar plexus is to wait out the wave, is to get all the information needed, is to feel through the ups and downs and highs and lows and whatever, and you'll find what you'll find, and you'll get what you'll get. Then what's correct? Now, to correct, there is of course within relationships and colleagueships and whatever is possible on the earth and mental plane, through bodies, through definition, through uniqueness. It's just the mind likes to. So let me tell you a story. I have Kundli matched the hell out of people in the last, I don't know, say 3 to 4 to 5 months, and and what I found is that most of the so there's truth, right? There is truth, and then there is respect. So if you have whatever commonalities that are just too overweighing, then and then there's, I don't know, hypocrisy and what shit have you. Because of that match, because of that sameness, then in Kundli Matching, not in human design terms, then there is a way to not avoid that, but to navigate that. And that way is through proper waiting, strategy and authority, knowing that you are unique, having respect for yourself and your own uniqueness, trying to filter what's there to filter for you within your correctness, and then also trying to find a way to respect the other person, because not everybody has the high matching points, right? There's in my colleagueship even a colleague that has a colleague woman even that has 10.5 scores with me from 36 possible scores, which I'm not planning to marry them, but I am planning to keep on working here and to respect them and to love myself along the way. And so far, that has happened pretty good for me. Regardless, there has been some setbacks that I have not appreciated at all. And so to protect myself, my energy, and my self-worth, self-love, awareness, whatever, openness, right? Because I have a lot of openness in my chart, in my human design terms chart. There's how to say, there's just a different approach to them now. So I can be aloof and they will be all, okay, you know what, then fuck you or whatever, right? They can do whatever the hell they want. If they don't listen to my support, to my voice, then they don't. That's fine. I cannot change them and I cannot change me. So I can respect myself and I can respect them for their unique dispositions to properly not make a workaround, not to avoid, but to let the gifts be gifts, right? That we can share, that we can use to support each other, and the gifts that are just not a match for us, let them be gifts for somebody else. That's all there is. And I believe that this is the proper and utmost deepest respect possible that we can ever have in human relationships. And I'm deeply supportive of that, because I don't care who you are, as long as I am respectful to myself and in self-love, and you can be whoever, whatever the fuck, and a little bit more, plus love XOXO, right? There's all these things are there because you're worth it, because somebody wanted you, right? Because you are not why worthy? Well, worthy, yes, it's an ego term. I don't like this sentence, because, you know, to prove your worth, that's so ego mind, blah, 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 blah. It's not where I try to go in this place, in this position. Regardless, this is what we're working with, so yeah. I'll just leave it at that for now, I believe. Maybe not, maybe I should just say something else to the ego mind, you know, because nobody has to prove themselves to be worthy. Yeah, because you're born, because you're made, because somebody, i.e. your parents and grandparents and whoever was in your family tree before you, wanted you. They all have worked up to the place of now so that you can exist. So you get to be, by that disposition, worthy of a life. Whether you take the opportunity or not is up to you. Regardless, everybody, that's a general term, you have to love yourself first, because you are the only one of you. You are the only one in the art of you. So there's nobody who's going to do the work of you for you. There's nobody who's going to do the filtering of you for you. So within that getting to know yourself and moving with your mechanic, you eventually have to find out or focus or figure it out to respect the other. And I believe Kundli Matching is a very, very, very nice way to how to say, to figure out some dispositions without getting attached to them, right? Because in a way, the only thing that stands on this paper is possibilities. It's not written to be that. It can happen, it can also not happen, depending on the people, depending on the minds, depending on the whatever conditioning, depending on the human design definition. So yeah, I hope I rambled enough, and I hope you had a good info studiment, and I wish you a wonderful good night, evening, and bye-bye. Bye for now. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget that you're worthy. You're wonderful. Love yourself. You got it. Everybody's got it for themselves. You can be of correct utter authority. Dare to love yourself. Let the mind be lent back. Bye-bye. For now. Okay, and so to finish the sentences of strong, I'm sorry if you felt a little awkward about listening to me being so cut through bullshit, because, you know, I'm not talking to offend anybody, and that's really my undefined solar plexus speaking here. However, the same undefined solar plexus has had enough. I have a defined sacral, and sometimes it's just like, no. How about fuck you? How about we don't try this no more? How about do it the right way? The only way that works for you. So, excuse me if I'm a little strong, because I don't try to do twin flamery mindfuck bullshit kind of things. You know, I don't know if there's something about it. I don't know if there's nothing about it. I do know that I'm not having it. You know, most of the spiritual guidances are bullshit. You know, if you just trust in God, if you become Christ consciousness from, you know, I don't associate my life with anything that is past. You know, God either is you living your planetary design, or a seven-centered bullshit of giving it away to God, you know? No. I have a planet that calls for my discipline, and if I act on it, I get the reward. If I don't act on it, I don't get the reward. And that's as cut through bullshit and clean as I can get. And, you know, I know everybody craves to help another and craves to sympathize with another, and you know, every human interaction has such a delicious different flavor. It's just how clean do you want to be with yourself, right? So sometimes you gotta take the bitter pill and swallow it up, buttercup, and then you might actually get what is there, which is either nothing or something, right? There's always the this and the that and the nuances, the gray lines between the black and white. So yeah, you know, today I've had it. I've really had it, because for most of the humane interaction, we are just wandering around trying to filter with our minds what the heck is up and who is the other, and you know, we don't. I'm trying to stay focused again. We don't appear to look through our eyes. We try to see with our minds. And the mind is never the inner authority. So that's the only way I can put it. Love yourself, follow your strategy and authority, and see what's there. See. Truly see and truly be. You know, you don't have to mind fuck, you know, mind fetishize what? You know, to have a fetish for somebody or something, or, you know, and when the mind with the chemistry makes it all unbearable because your mind says, oh, I want it, oh, I want it, oh, I want it, and then you're in front of it and everything just shuts down, like, no, why am I even here, right? So there's always this, that, and the other thing as well. And there is no blame in this game, because we're all just fools. So again, I'm trying to remind you to respect yourself, to respect another in whichever process they are and in whichever way they try to annoy you or are annoying to you, or you think they are incapable, stupid, lazy, and whatever, as very well described in the Kundli Matching you might find. So, yeah, there is no blame. There's only one of you, and that alone will feed the souls with love, the minds with awareness, the cognitions with fuel to cognize, and the soul with more seeds of love. I don't know if I've said that before, and yet, you know, for my work I drive around to deliver food, and this is more like a part-time hobby type of soul expression, because I really get all these insights, and I would like to get them somewhere to help somebody. So yeah, again, outer authority. Regardless, it really delights me to see the people who have all that going on, to need to be fed, and then they see you and they touch you and they go and I'm like, whoa, holy sweet life, mother juice of earth, thank you so much for this. So yeah, it delights me so much I could cry, right? Because it's so lovely, it's so delicious, it's so interesting how different people and different mechanics work together. And yeah, again, I'd appreciate it if there's just one person who really gets what I'm saying, who's really taking away the self-respect and self-love that is held and harnessed, and you know, let alone the throat center. If that one is calm because it's undefined and there's nothing to be said, this is such a delicious taste and quality of life that, you know, there's nothing to prove about it, right? And that's just even more delicious. Anyways, I'm losing my track a little. My track of words, I'm losing a little. What else is there? There's something else I wanted to say. So yeah, I'm chilling, apparently, in the sun. thinking about going to swim. So yeah, you know, again, the true deliciousness of meeting people in correctness and respect, and having respect for them, because you have self-love and you know, a real sense of how to say, a real sense of true community, true with each otherness, true handing one hand into the fire to forge something out of the fire for the next person. It's really fulfilling. And I'd appreciate that if people on the world would take a little more of the, okay, you know what, I'm gonna be me for me, and I'm gonna respect you for you, and I'm not gonna bitch and moan in my mind about whatever the hell I think is wrong with you, but you are you, and you have your gifts that I cannot use, but you can use with somebody else, and I have my gifts that I can use with somebody else, so we might as well take the gifts that do work, even if they are seldom, you know. I said it before, and I'm trying to cut this video here, so take good care, be well, bye for now.